Hey everybody, you know what time it is. It's draft time. We're going to jump into a best of one Throne of Eldraine draft here. And we're having a mixed results week, but having a good time doing it. Magic is hard. Really kind of want to draft aggro because it's easier on my brain, but we'll see how it holds. We'll see how it goes. White has been really open. I've ended up in white a lot lately. I think that's the bot adjustments. I kind of like someone's suggestion from, I can't remember who it was, who's like, why don't they just like take every bot update and make that a bot personality and have all those different bots prioritizing different things, see what that produces. Anyway, we're gonna put the bots to the test again, put ourselves to the test though. And if you want to put Card Kingdom to the test, they are gonna pass with flying colors because they are purveyors of physical magic stuff and they're great at it. They've been doing it for 20 years. They're having a big celebration this month about their 20th anniversary of Card Kingdom. And there's a reason they've been in the game this long, and there's a reason they're at or near the top of the heap. They deliver what they say they're going to do. They have competitive prices on the buy and sell ends, and they give a great 30% store credit bonus if you're looking to trade in your old stuff for new stuff. And if you are interested in any of that physical gear, please check out Card Kingdom via my affiliate link in the panels below. I now have to remind myself that I should spend on my own affiliate link. I made a bookmark of my affiliate link so that when I go to Card Kingdom now, I just click on that, and I know that I'm helping myself with my own Card Kingdom purchases. So you could help me too. If you're going to buy stuff from CK, do it from my affiliate link, and you'll help out this stream pretty directly. So, I mean, not directly like I don't get a cut, but, you know, it's an important metric that we look at when I talk to Card Kingdom about my new contract, etc., to show a little of the sausage making. Anyway, let's play some Magic. Let's draft some Magic. I'm looking forward to this. Let's see what we got here. Move to draft view and flip it this way. So we got Fires as the gem pick, and pretty unplayable. We've been getting a lot of playable gems. This is kind of like unplayable gems. So we got to decide if we want to do that. Probably do. I don't see anything here that's like, none of the uncommons leap out at me as you got to do this. If we want to end up in mill, we're going to wheel the Secret Keeper anyway. So we can keep in mind that there's a Secret Keeper likely to wheel out of this pack. Really? Build around Fires? I don't. All right. Well, I'm going to take it for the gems anyway, and I'll keep it in mind, I guess. I just don't see what I don't like about a build around like this in Limited is like, how are you building around it exactly? Like, are you going to play cards you couldn't cast otherwise? That seems bad because if you don't draw the Fires, then you have dead cards. And if you're going to play this around the cards you can cast anyway, is it really giving you a card's worth of value out of what it's doing?
Some say I never heard of ya, a rap burglar.
Well, Robert, who says better players than him like to play Fires and draft. Maybe I'm not one of those players. I'm gonna take it, but I'm thinking it's unlikely that we're actually gonna play it. I just want the gems. And hey, Rob, thank you for the resub. 9 months from Rob. That's really appreciated. Checking it out. Just hey, Dread Pirate, what's up? Welcome. Cat and Tap Knight are better picks. Yeah, absolutely. I think with the way things are spinning in the format right now, I might take the Tactician. But it's worth noting that the bots hate Secret Keeper, and there's no other blue here. So I'm going to take Fires, and actually we'll be looking for opportunities to lean into blue, into the mill deck, honestly, for better or for worse. But let's take the gems and move on here. Ooh, Stormfist Crusader, another rare, and another Secret Keeper. Now I kind of want to take Charm Sleep and wheel 2 Secret Keepers. I mean, we could rare draft here, but... Oh yeah, Crusader's totally playable. This is playable gems, and it is aggro, but it's hard not to play into abusing the bots. So I'm going to take Charm Sleep, eschew the gems here, and try to wheel... Well, give me some options, Dionysus. What's my menu? But I'm going to take Charm Sleep, and... Yeah, see, we're going to do it. We're doing it. We take another runaway together. 2 Secret Keepers coming back. I think the Please will wheel, and the runaway together doesn't always. So, although knowing we have a second one, maybe I'd take the Please, knowing we have a runaway together that we're taking here. Also got to not be too hasty. There are times where we want to add a second color here, but I think you snap the Sanctuary over the second run, but again, I think this wheels. I call wheel on Sanctuary. We could grab Revenge if we wanted to add black to this deck right now, or we could just take Witching Well and stay on the blue plan. Corridor Monitor is also fine in this deck, although this might wheel as well. I think I'm just going to stick to blue. Yeah, Ravens is a total legit pick. Well, I'll pull it. I'm leaning well, but there's enough support in chat for the Revenge that I'll consider it. Let's see what people think here. Revenge or Well? Of course, Revenge is terrible against Mill and big stuff. One of these two is likely to wheel. That's another reason to potentially take Revenge, is that we'll probably get one of these two out of this pack. Wow, okay, everybody's into the Revenge. I'll follow chat down. Get a Forever Young here. Late Innkeeper. Look at this. Got 3 green adventure creatures and an Innkeeper. This would be a good sealed pack, whatever else was in here. But we are going to... Well, we could take the Innkeeper. Green... I've not done green-blue mill, but Innkeeper and Secret Keepers... It could be very keepery, and the opportunity cost is just a Forever Young. So yeah, I'll hedge on an Innkeeper. Here though, I don't think tempting. Well, also this is all presuming that we are going to wheel those Secret Keepers. If for some reason bots have changed or they don't wheel, that could be a wake-up call for us. We could take like a Tempting Witch kind of to hedge against the mill plan falling apart. Same with the Guide Mother. Like, we could take Guide Mother and potentially just find ourselves in actually green-white adventure and abandon all of these picks. But I think we're going to successfully wheel the mill cards. So yeah, maybe we take the Witch as a grudging playable even in the black-blue mill deck. And then go from there. Nothing much for us here. Big pick coming up. We got to figure out if our Secret Keepers are there for us or not. I think we'll go... No, this is pick 8. We don't know yet. 9 and 10 are where we're wanting to get Secret Keepers. How about... Do you have anything on Dionysus on things that we can do to day-to-day to live a more sustainable life? I want to know what we can do. Yeah, well, this is best of 1, so there is no board. But I guess we'll take it anyway. I mean, you take the suit. Yeah, actually, I'm going to take the suit. Nah, we might run a fell main. I'll put it in the board for now. All right, good. We got Secret Keeper number 1. Here we go over to number 2. Ready? Yes. The plan comes together. And the didn't say please comes back as well. And the monitor came back. I said we get one of those two. So we passed on like a well to take revenge, and we still got the corridor monitor back. The land did not. You're right, Nick. I've seen that land wheel a lot, though, so wow, that's a surprising wheel there. Wow, choices. So we did see a Lucky Clover wheel yesterday. That was something else, but I think we got to take the Fae, right? It's playable gems, and we'll probably wheel this. Didn't say please if we don't wheel the Clover. Yeah, so we do have a sideboard too. That's a great point, New Brew. It's no joke. Yeah, Clover can approach crazy. Right now we only have 2 Secret Keepers, and we did see the Clover wheel. Yeah, that's true. We do have 2 Runaway Togethers. It's maybe a bit risky to try and wheel the Clover, but I'm going to take the Fae. Playable gems, so hard for me to pass up. We take Reaper here. Overwhelmed Apprentice helps the plan a little bit. So Tiny, likely to wheel. Overwhelmed Apprentice, both likely to wheel. So basically, I think we get both of these cards, this is why this strategy is so powerful on Arena, is that both of these are going to wheel. So, like, which one do we want to wheel? I guess So Tiny really wheels, so we'll take Apprentice. No, I've seen Apprentice wheel too, Fenor. I mean, it's more in that less sure than So Tiny, but the So Tinys just go incredibly late. Another So Tiny we can try and wheel and just take a Hypnotic Sprite in the meantime. I think I actually like that. I mean, this again, the So Tinys go absurdly late. So we're gonna try that. Let's put the bots to the test on these So Tinys. See if we're right about that. Still don't even know what our second color is, if we have one. Right now we could be approaching mono blue. This may be a spot to figure it out. As Luis pointed out, Festive Funeral is an interesting card to have in your sideboard when you have something like Fae of Wishes, because it's not necessarily good in the main deck, but if it's late game and you draw Fae of Wishes, sometimes it's exactly what you want to get. Yeah, Funky is commenting on that. So is Miles. We don't necessarily need a second color, but with Fae of Wishes, it would be reasonable to at least set up to be able to cast some stuff from the board. And we'll probably wheel the monitor again. And I mean, Prize Griffin, if we end up blue-white, doesn't even hurt just being up there on defense. Probably wheel this too, but yeah, I'm going to do this and, well, put it main now. It's also at its best in, well, I guess it gets good in this format because of the mill. All right, didn't say please or the Sanctuary or the Shine Chaser. This is the second Shine Chaser we've seen. Yeah, I lean please here. I do like the Sanctuary, but I think we should take the spell. Here's a well to grab. Nothing else even remotely. Forever Young. Number 2 versus like another corridor monitor. No Secret Keepers in this pack, unfortunately. And we only have, we have one more chance at one. Might even be main deck. I'm going to take the Forever Young at least. No Secret Keepers in this pack. 0, but we'll take another Apprentice. Shine Chaser, really trying to break into our deck here. we might get the other one, but I think we just take another please. Arena, please. Oh, look, it's a so tiny that wheeled. Oh, look, it's a so tiny that wheeled. Here's a griffin we can consider. All right, we just need some keepers, and then we're great. And we're doing okay with the 2 plus the runaway togethers, but we really want more of those. Giant killer for gems and possibly playable. And do you want story or just want unexplained vision? I feel like in many ways unexplained vision is just better, but we can take into the story. We're going to be milling. All right, I'll take story, but I like the rare gems too. All right, I'll take the story. You guys are so boring. Worthy Knight. I'm going to take the gems here. There's not much for us in this pack. Magic Mirror, probably taking the Mythic. Same principle, just can't pass up a Mythic draft. Tome Raider's fine, but we actually have some decent flyers in this Sprite and the Fae, so we have some of the air covered. Take a Magic Mirror. Let's see. We have this will be our second. So if we want, we only have one Mythic, so we can't do that. Oh, this is nice. I feel like I haven't had it turn into a pumpkin for a while, but also note we continue to not have any more Secret Keepers. We need a little more help on the Secret Keeper front. I don't think the mirror is playable. No, I think it's just not in limited. Also, it's not a May. You could deck yourself with this thing. Pumpkin is great. Yeah, we're happy about this. This is all right too, but turn into pumpkin is what we want. Oh, we're closing in on no more Secret Keepers. After Secret Keeper in a pack 1 pick 1 and a pack 1 pick 2, knowing that we would wheel both, we were like fist pump. This is going to be the 7 Secret Keeper deck, and instead we just haven't gotten any more at all. Might need a Merfolk just to throw down as an early blocker. Do we have a second color? I don't think we're playing this. Yeah, we're only... So I guess we'll take Memory Theft. That's somewhat main deckable if we need to. Oh, man. Well, we do have a lot of interaction, at least. Here we go. 2 more chances at a Secret Keeper. I just want one more. Come on, 1 Secret Keeper out of the next 2 packs. Come on. Yeah, this is gonna be a tough one without a little more secret keeping, and we have 1 more chance. Here it comes. Yeah, it can still work. It's just harder, right? Come on, 1 more. Well, we'll take Runaway together. Now, if we can find and keep 1 alive, we do have a lot of ways to bounce, but all the So Tinies. I don't think we're playing an Eye Collector, but I'll... do that. Didn't end up with an egg to make some of this stuff castable. A lot of corridor monitors, too. And I'll pass on. We're not going to do any... We're going to take some natural grind here. Man, I've been behind on my record keeping, but since I have so much backup record keeping to do now, I'm not going to... I'll just add this to the pile. Do it all at once. All right, we have 6 cuts. Innkeeper, you're out. I'll put 1 for every young on the board, and I'll probably put, like... What if we're just... Mono blue. Hey, fool. Unhacked your account. Welcome. Glad you can talk to us. Yeah, suggestion that we play Eye Collector and Forever Young, and then if we mill our Secret Keepers, we can get them back. Maybe, while I don't like the Eye Collector for that, you do make a good point about playing, like, maining a Forever Young. For one thing, I think we do want to have at least some black, a few black sources in the deck so that we can... Maybe we do run a Revenge and a Forever Young, and then cut this down to splash levels. Maybe like this, 12-5. That should allow us to successfully cast all our blue stuff on time. And then, what do we not like about this? Maybe cut, what's our creature? Oh, only 9 creatures. Yeah, one of these can go, and then maybe So Tiny, or what? Like, I think it's like So Tiny or an Apprentice. Yeah, we could also just, this is a pretty low down deck, we could do that. How many instants and sorceries? Why are we asking about that, Alucardio? Are you thinking about the Magic Mirror? We're not playing the Magic Mirror. Oh. Yeah, it's true. So Tiny, leaving some blue in the board to fetch with the Fae is also fine. It's not even a May. Like, if we actually made this work, then we deck ourselves. Yeah, we could run get it with the Fae of Wishes if we need to. All right, well, I'm leaning towards this for right now. Like, I think we can get away with 16 here. This is effectively a 4-drop. So I feel like our deck ends at 4. So this is a totally legit mana base for this deck if we want to try this. But I could use a pre-play bio break. So let's come up with a name, and you can make any final arguments for swaps, including, like, yeah, putting a Tiny in the board because it helps the Fae, but I don't know. It's also just good to have all 4 of them in the main. But I'll be right back, and we'll get playing, and give me a name and any final comments, all right? Be right back. What do we come up with? Yeah, rebuying the Keepers. Deep Blue is interesting. I had a good name in my head on the way down, and then I looked at chat and completely forgot it. What was I going to? Oh, I kind of want to go with the. We kind of have a wish thing going on with the Fae of Wishes. Let's wishing for better lots. Or how about wishing for humans? It's going to be a little tight here and there, but I think this is a decent version of the deck. We're just like 1 Secret Keeper away from it being good and 2 from it being great. But the trouble with only 2 Secret Keepers is they could be lurking it towards the bottom of our deck and put us in a weird spot trying to grind it out. Maybe we only have the one card draw. I know we have one well in there, right? Yeah. All right. I feel good about this. Let's do a. I'll set up a par poll for y'all. But here, I'm gonna trim off the 6, the 7, and the 1. Well, I'll leave the 1, but like, how about 2.5, 3? Maybe that's too fine. What am I doing? I'm just gonna do this. We'll keep it simple. Yeah, mill's the primary plan. And we'll keep this. I like the little mill and the double scry here is good. Let's set us up. Let's find those. Ooh, what do we see? Oathsworn Knight and green. So they're green-black, which is not the best color pair to be running out Revenge. Those green creatures are pretty oppressive against Revenge, but I'm inclined to keep... And we are... Do I just want to keep both of these? I generally, like, put away the land when we have 3, but... That is a funny vote. All right, well, yeah, we're all on the same page here, huh? I already reckoned my rope situation, but this is a weird one. I think I'm going to risk sending an island down. And I don't think this is actually... great in this matchup. I'm gonna send them both down. I don't know if you agree with that, but this graveyard makes me think this is not the right matchup for the Revenge. Although now they roll out a bunch of... oh, thanks. Yeah, let me switch. Now they're rolling out a bunch of weenies that make me think I should have kept it, but... With the information I had at the time, I like bottoming that Revenge. I don't know. What do you guys agree on that? Were you on board? Would you have kept that Revenge, or were you scared of the green like I was? I just don't think Revenge is very good against the best that green has to offer, but not sure about that one. We could run away together here, but they can replay it right away. Because green plays large creatures, and large creatures don't shrug off the effects of the... Oh yeah, we can still do that. That's an interesting idea. But does that check on resolution? Like, if they attack and we bounce the familiar, does it keep it a 1/1? If somebody let me know that, and then we can try that play next turn. Although they may play another non-human, so might be too late to even do it next turn. I don't want to use Charm Sleep on the small stuff. We'll try and wait for the big, but let's see if we can make that happen. Say no attacks, and if they... I'll at least try. We'll see what happens. Let's learn something together here. Although, of course, we have to send our own thing back, so it doesn't necessarily do what we want to do anyway. Like, what does this play even do for us, right? Like, it keeps the tracker damage to 1? Yeah, my bad, too. I liked what you were thinking. We just didn't think it quite all the way through. I almost want to do it anyway, just for the science. Let's be weird and do this for the science. I'm curious now. I'm too curious. Last known info. Okay, it checks on resolution, and we fizzled that to no great effect, but we did. Skewer on Kitty is somewhat oppressive. This being a swamp is annoying because we can't apprentice and didn't say. And if we don't play the apprentice, we telegraph pretty heavily. We could just charmed sleep the familiar so that doesn't get out of hand. They're down low on cards and nothing is like we can handle what they're doing so far. Oh yeah, Funky, that was an intentional punt of sorts, an intentional suboptimal, because I was genuinely curious about the rules. But yeah, I could have even waited. But we couldn't have done. I couldn't do the science if we waited to do the block. So yeah, we can run away together again. All right, let's do it this way. We keep milling them, and we'll get to. I don't think we need more islands, even though I was saying I would rather have an island over a swamp. I'm not going to keep land on top. I should build up an hourglass or two, huh? Come on, Ryan, get on it. I'm just going to take this. Interesting. Oppo has not equipped the skewer. I'm going to take this and we'll... Gosh, we just need... We don't have a ton of creatures in the deck, but we're close to getting what we need to just... Like, we just need a corridor monitor or whatever, and we halt this tracker from doing its thing. And that's why I bought them the islands. You get them anyway, right? They're at 4, and Into the Story wants 7. So we didn't say please something, and then we can into the story and hopefully load up on the stuff we need to survive. We are going to get attacked by this tracker again. Perhaps... Yeah, I'm going to... maybe run away together and have the didn't say please on the way back down. We'll see what they do. Apprentice is doing... I'm trying to sub for the Secret Keeper. Keeping secrets is hard. I'm a little overwhelmed. Yeah, that's the dream. Equip up, and then we bounce that. Krauser, happy good time zone to you. Welcome. All right, well, I am going to run away together here. I don't like using up all of our runaway togethers either before we find Secret Keepers, but, you know, not dying is good. Yep. Krauser, we passed a Secret Keeper pack one, pick one, and pack one, pick two, knowing they would wheel. They both wheeled, as expected, and then they were literally the only Secret Keepers we saw for the entire draft. So, got... set up for the spike, and then we kind of whiffed on the spike, but just pack luck. Oppo, you there? I don't know what they're thinking about. Maybe they're chatting to their chat. But we block there, and then we'll bounce and prevent all damage this turn. They're stuck on 3, by the way. That's a big thing of what's happening in this game right now. But they continue to not equip this skewer, so they presumably have other things to do. Maybe they're multitasking. But now they've just passed their turn. Interesting. Sorry, Oppo, don't know what's up. Hope everything's okay. Or Oppo. Maybe just distracted? I don't know. Oh, they're still at the controls. Well, not a bad mill there. F you, you milled my Garrick. I quit. I'll take it. I think they're getting themselves a drink, Stumarak. Oh, of course, I'm lying on my display again. Sorry about that. Let's fix that. We'll get this all updated now. Yeah, I suppose you could make a, for like, the original Forever Young was an instant that cost 3. Maybe you could make a sorcery version of this that costs 3 and got back planeswalkers and creatures. They scooped when we milled their Garrick, like just out of... I think they were frustrated also because they were mana screwed. They were kind of done with dealing with their 3-land situation. All right, all right. Right on. I was glad to be there. I just was tinkering at my desk a little bit and caught Nantuko's stream. For those of you who don't know, longtime viewer Nantuko Avatar there is streaming himself these days. So you can, I assume it's just Twitch TV/Nantuko Avatar. Moreland Druid's like, wait, you want to apprentice first? Yeah, that's fair. Let's apprentice first. I was just doing the autopilot. But we do want more islands, and I think with 3 we can hold out and keep the charm sleep. Helps keep us alive. Although we do have 2 so tinies. I don't know. I think I'll keep the charm sleep, though. 3 pieces of removal and a runaway together to bounce keeper seems great. Anyway, hearty recommendation to give... Nantuko a Twitch follow and check out his stream when he's streaming. And now we can just do Secret Keeper, play Secret Keeper. You know what I mean. All right, this can be a rough matchup, but I love our tools to fight it. I say rough, and it looks like black-red knights. So aggro can be a little tough, but we have a Secret Keeper out, we have 2 so tinies, we have a Charm Sleep coming, and we can run away together our Secret Keeper, so I really like where we're at. They might, yeah, if they kill the Secret Keeper on sight, I don't blame them because of things like run away together. Often you need to kill the Keepers before they get returned. We're gonna get him to 0 off of Overwhelmed Apprentice attacks, right? I wonder if there's an argument in the light Secret Keeper decks like this one to hold off for a while more and only do the Secret Keeper, only play the Secret Keeper when I have Runaway together for it. Like if we just, it wasn't doing much. Like what was, I was just trying to, you know, use all my mana or whatever, but we'd be in a much better spot if I just waited on playing the Secret Keeper, did it now, and then had Runaway together for it. So that's maybe a lesson for the future with this deck here. Try and get the keepers out when you can protect them. Oh, James, you know it. It's exactly what you want. Yeah, I'm kind of I'm gonna hold up the threatened counterspell rather than play the monitor. Oppo's not doing anything, and with Runaway together, we'll get pauses and stuff that'll hopefully make him think about it. That's a great point, Fry. I couldn't have done the Runaway together trick in that spot because they didn't have the accompanying creature, but it's still at least something to think about in terms of... and they're already at 7, so we'll let it attack and then have them be sad. Here, be sad, Oppo. I got that 13th pick, Oppo. What do you think of it? Leaves us open to potentially to more... they're not playing around Didn't Say Please or anything, so I'm going to go ahead and play the Corridor Monitor and untap the Apprentice. I guess we'll charm Sir Kara to sleep and hope that's good. They're black-red, so they shouldn't be able to deal with enchantments. No, I don't think we need to run away together yet. I think we do that in response to need. Hopefully we wait until they invest something into the red cap to make its power bigger, and then we run away together. Can't stop that. Order of Midnight's great against the mill deck, since you get to go through your pile for what you're looking for, and really I'm more afraid of the 2/2 flyer that we can't defend against. I guess we have to put a So Tiny on that at this point. Maybe we'll find a Didn't Say Please here and counter something on the way down. Nah. No luck on that front. I could sandbag land at this point, but we do have card draw, so I don't want to be in a situation where our card draw isn't as effective. Deck damage, we're at 27 to their 20. Oh, and look, they get by getting something back, the Paladin turned on. Let's see where they go with this. This probably goes to the red... Oh, they want to go there. Interesting. Probably going to block now, and... I guess the trample means we're taking 5, though. Okay, well, they're attacking with the red cap. What you doing, Oppo? Just that. Okay. Well, we're going to take 5. We could sow tiny, but no, I think we need that for the flyer. So we're just going to follow through here. We're going to block here, and we could block here, but it just doesn't matter because the trample means the. In fact, I shouldn't, in case they can do something in response or whatever. It doesn't even really matter. They're just getting through for 5 this turn. But we're going to do it like this because this So Tiny will turn back on after we drop the Apprentice on our next turn. This is a little of a concern as well. They have some fodder to eat because of our choice, you know, because of our removal. This can actually do a lot of headhunting. And I do think we need to... I mean, we could just So Tiny the order now. But we have flyers of our own, so I'm going to wait. It's only 1 mana. We can wait. Forever Young, you say? Well, can still do this. Set up our draw. Wait, what did they mill? All right, got there. Forever Young. And... kind of want both of these. So let's leave them like this. And I mean, I think I'm just going to use the Forever Young now. It's what it's for, is to get that card back, basically. And with this and 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, if we play the Secret Keeper, they do have this active. And I'll start here. And now I'm going to do the wait. It doesn't look like they have an answer to the Keeper, and it would actually help on defense. Maybe I should play it because it can block. But we already have stuff that can block. Yeah, I'm going to wait. It's a little conservative, but I'm going to protect it. Yeah, it's true. Memory theft could get us as well. I mean, we can only play around so many things. I mean, I think at some point you got to start blocking with it. Yeah, it's just that we don't need it here. We have a block, and nothing else is, you know, we'll So Tiny the order, perhaps. All right. So... now what? We're at 15. Their deck is at 13. And we do have Run Away Together and Turn into a Pumpkin to make them mill 8 more. Just trying to figure out if we need to So Tiny the 5/2 or the 2/2 flyer, but I think we can withstand the 2/2 flyer. So yeah, let's So Tiny the Paladin. Put a block on here and put a block on here. Hope this isn't something too devastating. Yeah, but this 5 we can block and kill. Like, we can potentially block and kill a 5/2. Right now, we're not in a great position to block and kill a 2/2 flyer. That's the big difference, right? I'm going to be patient, though, and we're going to save Run Away Together to do in response to stuff, in response to combat. How much we... Yeah, it's true, we get some food. Anyway. Hold. Just got to get him a few more times here. Banner is pretty sweet. Let's see if they go red, or they may just choose black and make that order. No, they're going for... I guess this gets the Burning Yard Trainer to attackable levels. But again, we'll figure it out here. Okay, so this is non-land permanent. Maybe we turn this into a pumpkin next turn for some action. It means we don't get to bounce our own Secret Keeper. But I think we go... Yeah, we bounce the double strike. I'm just deciding if we do anything about this trainer at this point. Maybe we leave the trainer for now. Just take 4 from the trainer. Doesn't matter what we block with, because I'm not blocking this, we can't block this, and we're bouncing this, so the actual what we block with doesn't really matter. Ouch. Ouch, ouch, ouch. All right, Oppo played around it and is probably going to beat us now. Man, we had a ton of removal. Just has not held up here. But also you see the problem of the 2-keeper deck. We're kind of struggling to get there. Do we need to bounce? No, we need to do that on their turn. At least this can't chuck things at us. Come on, Moreland, we're only mostly dead. Let's let that resolve. I do think we need to turn this heraldic banner into a pumpkin so that we can take attacks from this trainer. Ah. Blocking there. 2 to the face, they can't. That's why we're only mostly dead. Don't worry, Moreland, I don't read cards either. Are we taking 2 here? I think we have to tiny the flyer and hope we end up with enough on the ground for the trainer, but the trainer's going to be a problem next turn. Ooh, there we go. Crack the banner on the way back down, eat some food, and we're not dead, 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 dead. Yeah, I know the Black-Red Knight has Menace. We still need help, but I'm just saying we're not, like, dead this turn, is my point. We can eat food, we can block the trainer. Down to 6 cards. Maybe we'll get lucky. Yeah, if they had just thrown a bunch of dead stuff or enchanted stuff at our corridor monitor, that would have been good. We're gonna eat this food and try and live. Let's see if we can punish them for missing lethal. That is not the way to punish them for missing lethal. And now I think we're just straight dead. Well, let's make them swing away. I think we're dead, but Oppo's got to attack, so let's make them. All right, they figured it out. Good game, Oppo. Nice beating of the mill. Yeah, this deck is switch those 2 apprentices for 2 secret keepers, and I think we have a fantastic deck. Instead, we have an on the edge mill deck here. Nantuko jokes they solved the attack puzzle. Indeed, but they don't always. They don't always. All right, keeping. Well, you all have seen me make plenty of mistakes. Ooh, that might be... Now we're talking. This is where we want a Revenge of Ravens going on. And we kind of need the land, so I'm going to keep it all. I just want to be sure. I mean, we'll probably find land. I could probably ditch this swamp, and we would find the swamp in time. It's a little greedy, but we also have Forever Young to cycle if we have nothing to do on 3. Because Forever Young is, you know, I know we have a swamp. We don't have 4. I think I'm going to be risky. Bottom the swamp and try to find land naturally. We rare drafted a 1/4 the Adventure Fae over a like it was a pack 2 pick 1 Adventure Fae or Clover, and we went with the Adventure Fae, especially having seen Clover wheel. It was possible that Clover could wheel. And we could cycle Forever Young here, but we only have 2 Secret Keepers, and they're playing red-white, so we can maybe expect Secret Keepers to die. I'm gonna hold out hope. I'm gonna hold on Forever Young. See if we can't get one of our relevant creatures back with it. If we don't draw a land next turn and we don't draw something to do, I will play Forever Young though, because we really want to get revenge down on 4. Here we'll just try to trade off for the night with the Overwhelmed Apprentice, and we can Forever Young it back, maybe? Now tough choices. I said I was gonna Forever Young, but we actually have something else to do, and it's not a tough choice. It actually blocks the Knight quite well. So we're just gonna play the Fae. I'm gonna keep both creatures back. We're not trying to win via damage anyway, and if they do something about one of these 2 creatures, we can try and block with the other. The primary thing we can wish for is one of those funeral removals, the 5-drop, 5-mana black removal. That's something we can get. But there's actually not a lot in our board. One of the things I wish we'd picked up one of those the shambling suits. I think we had an opportunity for a shambling suit. I'm not sure what we took over it, but it would be a good sideboard target because sometimes that thing is going to be a 5/3 in this deck. That's a really good way to defeat my revenge. Oh, it can only get non-creatures, so that didn't matter anyway. Right, good point. See, I told you I don't read cards. Boo. Well, we took a risk. It didn't pay off. Now it makes me want to... Let's try and cycle it now. This is the real problem. Don't have a lot of tools for this trebuchet other than to bounce it and counter it. There is one Forever Young in the board to wish for. Yeah, we do have sleep. I guess sleep is a decent answer for trebuchet. Although it not really. I mean, I guess it reduces it to them being able to do it once per night cast. No attacks. It's not great, but it's actually not bad. Our Kruzica. It's not bad because they get, yes, it untaps, but then if they use it again, it stays taps. It's not like it goes back to sleep, so to speak. I am going to take another turn here and try and find a land naturally. No Frogify. Come on. Well, I haven't looked at any of the leaked stuff. Getting to the point where I kind of want to cycle this here, but we're still not under, they don't have good attacks yet, so I'm still just going to try and find land naturally. And if they suddenly create good attacks, we have 2 so tinies. All right, well, now we're going to use another apprentice to try and help solve this problem. All right, problem solved, and let's counter target spell with converted mana cost 3 or less does give us the ability to deal with that trebuchet, so I like that a lot. We can bounce the trebuchet, and as a 3 or less, we can counter it on the way back down. Oppo has unlocked their land situation. We're about to unlock ours. We could just run away together the trebuchet now, but then we won't have this counterspell ready. So we want to give them one more turn with the trebuchet and then work the bounce after we have the draw to the counterspell ready. Joust. Yeah, you can have that. We'll just let the one apprentice go, and then we will tiny up the Rimrock, and then we can still block with the Fae. Yeah, we could even let the other apprentice go. We're definitely gonna tiny the Rimrock, though, here. I think we just take the 2 and go for the kill here. Oh, they have the +2/+2? Alright. We've been barged. Didn't play around that. But at least it stays tiny. We're gonna... We could even Forever Young it back if we wanted, and then play it. I think I'll wait, though. Even just play out the Revenge here. But I really want to run away together the Trebuchet at the end of their turn. So yeah, I'm going to wait. We could tiny that up even. Although it's going to be largely answered by Revenge. We're at 14. Do I really want to go to 12? We're going to enter the story soon. I'm just going to use the removal we have. Maybe that's a little loose because of this Revenge coming to help us. But it's not going to be... Like, we have a plan here that involves not playing Revenge next turn either. Because I wanted to bounce the Trebuchet and set up the counter. That's the sequencing I'm doing here, is we are setting up to counter this Trebuchet, and then we'll get the Revenge down. That indicates we have a Knight coming. Hopefully not a big one. Ooh. Ouch. Well, still going to do what we're going to do, and we'll just stop this Trebuchet from getting its extra point at least. Now, I don't know if we want any more lands. We have them at 8, so we're going to be able to draw 4. And that should fill us up on lands pretty good. But it wouldn't be the worst to get one more down. Definitely putting the swamp down. Tempted to keep the island to build out our mana a little bit. But I'm going to be super greed. Partly, we also need to find our Charm Sleep and then the Sir Kara. Yeah, Sir Kara can stay down. Another one. Well, shoot. We're going to lose again. Well, that's not bad. We might be able to find some more stuff. That's an instant. So let's, if we do this now, we could find a land potentially, but then we can't do much besides play the Sprite. Playing the Sprite's not the worst. But I think we'll end the story here. But I want the didn't say please. Can't even play the Sprite? Why can't I play the Sprite? just because it dies. I mean, that's fair. No, if I did Forever Young, I was thinking not that I could go into the story sprite, but also deciding if I am gonna, if I into the story we can play a land we find. If not, I lose the didn't say please. But I feel like we need the didn't say please to bounce and counter. So I'm gonna into the story now, and we'll yeah, all right. Found the Charm Sleep. That's good. And then we'll Witching Well to set up next turn. All right. We're getting there. Actually, we have... I'm going to start here. Well, no, let's do it this way. Let's do it this way. And then I think we have the tools now, depending on what else they play, of course. But that was a good... good sequence into the story, into the well. More knights incoming. Yikes, he said. That is super rough. And Apprentice is got to give it up here. It's only preventing 2 damage, but we're at 5, so we gotta... I know it has trample, but we're... There's a difference between 5 and 3, so... Gotta do something. Gotta do something. And now we go... We could do Forever Young for nothing if we wanted to get back Secret Keeper, but let's do this... Wait. Figure it out, Ryan. Don't just cast stuff. If we tap down this, we can start blocking this, and then we need to bounce this next turn to stay alive. Like, we take some damage here, but then we can eventually answer that as well. We definitely need to charm Sleep here, right? We have to charm the Sir Kara. And then on top of that, we do get the Secret Keeper... But we can also wait. Now we need the Secret Keeper out. Okay, yep, that's what we're doing. Just want to make sure we're doing the right things. I'll give Wizards this. These are not, you know, when you end up with a deck like ours, it's an interesting battle to try and survive to mill them out. You know, against these now more aggro-centric decks out there. 12 cards left in their library. This is going to be close. We've got Runaway Together coming up, and then Forever Young. But we really need this to survive, and, like... That's it, folks. We lost again. Two close ones in our losses. The world has no sympathy for me as I lose with my mill deck. Hey, Foil King, it's we have here. I'll show you the deck real quick. Show anybody who's a little late to the party. We opened on Pack 1, Pick 1, Secret Keeper, Pack 1, Pick 2, Secret Keeper, which we passed knowing they would wheel. They wheeled, but they were the only Secret Keepers we saw in the whole draft. So we got totally set up for this bonkers mill deck based on the first couple of packs, and then it just didn't become bonkers. Now we're really struggling to stitch together the win with a lot of against these aggro decks. But both of our losses were pretty darn close, and Oppo found pretty great stuff at just the right time to undo our best intentions. Yeah, I gave Melissa a hug this weekend, and now I can't win at Magic. It's her fault. All right, we need an island, but this is a keep. I haven't noticed, but I think it's a bad plan to main deck more than 40 on the chance that you're facing mill and that it will help. Like, we have 2 Overwhelmed Apprentices that I've been saying, if these were just 2 more Secret Keepers, this deck would be insane. Well, they didn't mill us, but it's always nerve-wracking to scry against blue because you may not, it may not go the way you're hoping. Interesting. I can't see... Really, deck? We have 5 swamps in the entire deck. Here's 3 of them. Jeez. Do we want this turn into a pumpkin? I'm going to say no. We're just digging for islands. We got to send them both back looking for islands here. And we'll might Forever Young to do so on our next turn if we need to. Well, that's a reasonable counter if we get to that, but I am going to go ahead and Forever Young here. Although, what if they're mill and we need to do it? I think we need to find our island, though. I don't like necessarily doing this, but I really want to find our second island. There you go. That's good. Worth it. There's our first keeper, but now I kind of like holding up Didn't Say Please, Hypnotic Sprite. Heck, let's attack them down to 0 and counter everything they do. That's right, James. We do have a Fae of the Wishes or whatever that can get our second copy of Forever Young from the sideboard if we find it and need it. I'm going to go ahead and counter that with the Mesmeric Glare here. And I'm going to telegraph our Didn't Say Please. All right. We may need to... Wow. Triple Memory Theft. They are going all in on the anti-adventure plan. Didn't Say Please the Well. They really need that scry. I'm going to go ahead and counter it. Just going to play the Secret Keeper to keep the Didn't Say Please up. Although, maybe it's time to play the Sprite and actually get aggressive. We have 3 pleases. Yeah, maybe I'll change my mind. Let's go shields down for a turn. Play some stuff. Yeah, because they're stuck anyway, right? So it was a reasonable place to say, they don't seem like they're doing much. Let's see if we can continue to oppress them. Ooh, yeah, we probably don't want this so tiny, but we do want the end of the story. Yeah, they're in a bad way. We don't have much in the board to wish for. We have the 5-mana black instant removal spell that looks at your graveyard total, and we have a second copy of Forever Young. And that's about it, really. But let's drop another apprentice here. They might have a didn't say please of their own, but that's all right. All right, they're done. Evil on evil action, and the better evil won. Our 2 wins so far have come on pretty early scoops. It makes me better at evil in that moment. Oppo just got mana screwed, so obviously it doesn't actually mean anything. Why is that broken? Why is that broken? We have... Yeah, what's going on here? What's broken about this? Tell ya. Sorry, I'm messing with my Streamlabs, trying to get my sub and bits back, which are busted for classic Streamlabs reasons, which is to say, I don't know why. We'll keep this. We're gonna start on Overwhelmed Apprentice. Try to find a runaway together to support the Secret Keeper before we put the Secret Keeper at risk. Looks like this is less milli than the island would indicate. Maybe they're... I've seen a lot... Blue-white flyers is a real thing. However, I don't think we need any lands from this. We're going to bottom it both. We're a pretty low-to-the-ground deck. So we're going to scry bottom our lands and see if we can find some land naturally. Like that. Yeah, I just haven't done that yet, Nantuku. I keep not, you know, I go off air and I forget about streaming until suddenly it's time to stream again. That's why all these things take forever with me. I'm going to attack with the Apprentice, and we're just going to play out the Corridor Monitor here. All right, yeah, it does look like white-blue skies. That's good to know in terms of thinking about how we're going to approach things. It also means we can probably play the Secret Keeper. There's not much removal they're going to have for it in those colors that we can't solve with a bounce anyway. So probably time to go ahead and play a 3rd island, play the Secret Keeper, and then have So Tiny ready for any flyers that oppress us. Just looks like a Skies deck here. Very light white, though. Yeah, you get that. Yeah. 4 of their lands there. 2 to the top on the scry. They clearly like what they saw. I think the record is accurate. We're 2-2. Bottom of the screen there. Another keeper, you say. We don't have... cheap into the story yet anyway. Let's get there. Especially since they like their top. Oh yeah, what do we mill? We got him for Island and a Raider. Well, you know, we were gonna do that no matter what. Sure, we'll attack with a Secret Keeper. Well, we don't have much flying defense, and we're going to enter the story next turn, so let's go ahead and So Tiny up the Chaser. so we can into the story as we wish. Heck, let's keep on the beats. We will use the adventure, but just not yet. Not yet. We're going to start with into the story. And in fact, I'm just going to do it now. They're tapped out. And it allows us to get a land drop down. Now they're in trouble. Didn't say please run away together, Faye. Yeah, I think I like our chances. If they're trying to beat us in the air with flyers here. Emery, let's see what kind of nasty combos they have going there. Ooh, Stone Coil is nice. Ginger Brute is a loop. But we can send Emery back. And then counter her on the way back down. The self-mill is not bad for us either. I want to do it now so that Emery doesn't get any chance to work her magic. That's what mill does to people, folks. Yeah, bounce and let her resolve again is also a totally reasonable line there, Zoom. I guess I would have done some counting to figure that part out. Funny, we did a par poll on this deck, and there was a vote for 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, and 2. One vote for each number. It was kind of funny. The only number that didn't get a vote was 1, and you all were right. We got more than 1. I don't even put 0 as a par option. I'm never, no matter how bad it goes, I'm never going to suggest that our par is 0. Yeah, I haven't put, I should probably cut 7 out too. I don't think 7 is a realistic par either. Just because they said it was par 7 and I won 7 times doesn't mean that was a correct par. Trolling me. None of our secret keepers yet, but we'll keep this with the apprentice to set up our draws and some defense. Wow, since he loves the bot draft Eldraine, I'm not into the bot draft Eldraine, honestly. Well, that sucks. Kind of want to keep the Fae so that we can get our gotta send this down. It's maybe we need to send both with this situation. It's just that this Fae of the Wishes and the Granted adventure gets us a Forever Young from the board here, which is what's making me want to keep it. But it's also pretty loose in that we do need land. We do need some land. What about doing this, and then if it comes to it, when we get to the Fae, we can adventure for the Forever Young at the bottom of our deck. So I'm going to do that. I don't know about that. I don't think we have... I reported it. I don't know if they fixed it. I haven't had Fae of the Wishes since that point. Are they milling or are they familiaring? One top, one bottom. So tiny, so we wouldn't have found land right away. So, you know, good to continue to try and dig here. We may run away to gather the apprentice, depending on what happens. Say no attacks, though.
Some say I never heard of ya. A rap burglar.
Thank you for that sub. Appreciate that. Scaldron. Not too bad. Not too good against what we're doing. But I'm going to run away together here. If we don't find a land, I want to apprentice again to try and look for one. All right, there we go. We'll keep both of those on top and hope we don't get our secrets kept. Well, we do feel fear mill when we're trying to keep our scries on top. A little tired. Haven't been getting great sleep. Or haven't been getting enough sleep, I should say. I think I've been getting decent sleep when I actually close my eyes and fall asleep, but it hasn't been for as long as I need. Little refill for Oppo. Hopefully we'll get our refill going soon enough here. Yeah, this definitely seems like, especially on Arena, a very pauper format. I mean, it's all about freaking secret keepers. We don't care about that at all. Care about finding our fourth land in our swamp, though, quite a bit. But nothing to do here but wait. How's damage? We're at 24, they're at 22. Note that I say damage and immediately look at libraries in both situations. Shambling Suit. It's going to be a 2-3 for them. We can't counter it anyway, but I like to pause to... Oh, it counts itself, of course, so it's a 3-3. I think we'll just tiny it up. That's what the removal's for, right? Removing stuff. Save everything else here, though. Just going to be patient. Right on, Rummy. I wave back at you. Yeah, let's run away together here. And we'll go ahead and send back the familiar. And that happens. I'm going to put on a full control bluff. I guess we have the... Never mind. We have So Tiny to do that. You got it. The egg is yours. Next turn we get Overwhelmed Apprentice, and they get a point of damage here. You got it. But soon enough, they should be milled to super so tiny levels, and then we get an Into the Story on top of that. Start here. Are they going to counter this on the way down? No. And there's our Forever Young #1 and a Witching Well that we can take. I like keeping both of these on top. And if they try to mill us, we can Into the Story in response now. They haven't showed a counterspell, and if they have it, they have the mana anyway, so we're going to let them untap. I don't, because my personal goal is to draft every day. Man, guess we're just going to so tiny that. Yeah, Resonator's take is pretty decent. I don't personally stop when I get the rares, because first I still want to get mythics, and I'm not even on natural pace to complete all mythics. If you complete all rares and all mythics, and you care a lot about constructed, then yeah, full stop on limited, play some constructed, and just build up. Let's talk about that off between matches. Remind me between matches here. All right, we're gonna go for it. This could get countered, but we got to try. All right, that's a grip. Now we're at 17 to their 17, but we have lots of stuff to do now, and we have our Forever Young. So let's start with another Apprentice. I used to draft Vintage Cube on Magic Online all the time, but I've just not been playing much Magic Online. This is my Magic these days. So that double scry was actually great, because now we can drop the well and get another good scry. We'll drop that and finally get some counter magic in our hand. Can't do it effectively. Well, we can't. It's not like we can draw it and then counter something, but we entered a good spot here, I think. Likely going to tiny up this Steel Gaze. So tiny. Enchanted Carriage, pretty nice, pretty nice. And one thing about Enchanted Carriage is that it stops being a creature, so we can't so tiny it. We got to do something else to solve our carriage problem. But we can bounce it, and didn't say please it. They'll just end up with a couple of 1/1s. There's our useless Revenge of Ravens, although they're doing more attacking than we are, to be fair. However, 4, 5, 6, 7, so we can do it. We'll wait till it is an attacker. We will bounce it and then counter it on the way back down. And we don't even have to discard. Our grip is full, but we don't have to discard. Bad Lotus is correct, and we have an average mill deck here. We were set up to get a great one and then just didn't get the pack luck for it to be great. But it's performing like an average mill deck. Unfortunately, we don't get the food here because we want to keep didn't say please up. Yeah, I mean, what are they going to do? Not play their stuff? You got to try and play your stuff. Now we're at 10 to 13. We got a good deck lead, and we have Forever Young to bolster that. Folio Fancies is dangerous. Yikes. That's what we needed to counter. Are we just going to lose to that now? Yow. Okay, let's read this. So each opponent puts a number of each cards in their hand, graveyard. Okay, so they get to do that and hit us pretty hard. But with 12, we do get to Forever Young. And where is our... We are a few away from our Fae of Wishes for the other. Yeah, and now I'm just going to try and play all our stuff for sure. Like 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Like, we can get most of it down. It's funny, I'm playing this not because it's good, but because it answers the folio. And we can do this stuff. Okay, of course, if we run away together, that's not the best, although it just swaps what card is in hand. Hey, Scotty Nada, thank you for the raid. Welcome, Scotty Nada viewers. We're trying to hold the line here. We were winning the deck race in this milling situation, but now Oppo has dropped a folio of fancies on us that's going to make life difficult. But we have a Forever Young, and ultimately one more Forever Young to get with this Fae of Wishes. We just got to play it right against this folio here, and I think we can maybe get there. It's going to be tough, though. Well, we're going to get folioed anyway. Like, no matter what, we're getting folioed. What we might want to do... Okay, I have 2 hourglasses. Let me think this through, because what we could do is just Secret Keeper now. Like, I've spent the mana wrong anyway, so, okay, we're going to end the turn. And then let them do folio. Figure out where they want to do folio. I don't think they would block. Let's go. This is funny. I guess we throw this on the familiar over the other mouse. And yeah, then we can run away the other mouse. Although I want to save this runaway together, actually. We want to Forever Young back a Secret Keeper and run away that so that we can try to win this mill race. Huh. Surprised they didn't do that on draw. That would have been the place where I think it would have been most effective. Sprite doesn't really matter except to thicken our deck because they're going to mill it. Yeah, that could work too. I mean, all we can do is this, though, right? Up against a busted mill card. And And also, if they do the draw, because each player draws X cards now, just like kills him, kills Oppo. I shouldn't say him. That's not okay. That's fine. And we'll send back mouse. They have one more turn, but I don't think it's enough. If their last card is Forever Young, this could still be interesting. I think. I can't really do much about what Oppo's going to do, so... I think we managed to race the folio. I don't think it's a rage quit. Maybe they just quit. Whew! Got there. Four wins is a nice spot to be in as well. Hard to be too disappointed about 4 wins. You're above 50% no matter what. Let's see if we can get to 5. That's a good comment, Raptor, who points out that if you're anticipating an Oko ban, you should craft Okos because you'll get the wild cards back for free when they ban it. We'll keep this. But I think I have... Oh yeah, sorry, I forgot to talk about that. Well, let's show them what time it is. It's Miller time. Back at us? Oh yeah. Welcome to Arena. What did we lose? Oh, our other keeper. That's too bad. Here's a runaway together though. I'm gonna drop just Fae of Wishes. We could save it to adventure on 4, I suppose. Maybe we should. I mean, what like... Yeah, I'm just gonna play this. We can go get our Forever Young with the granted. We'll do this and pass. Try to get something with that Hypnotic Sprite. Maybe they'll try another Venture Deeper that we can counter. I'm not going to counter that, though. Doesn't really matter. This, however, what do you say we counter that? And let's go ahead and get our Forever Young. Yeah, I agree, S Zebra. I kind of wish we'd had Island Swamp Swamp, because then it would be, most people would go ahead and not worry about a Hypnotic Sprite in hand. Now we've got the Didn't Say Please as well. But kind of like run away together on their Acolyte, set them back, and redo this. We go shields down, but I think they're going to replay the Rose Thorn anyway. They have more Secret Keepers than us. That's not fair. How's the deck damage? We're at 21 to 20. Paladin is good, but we can now... Oh, perfect. Perfecto. We're going to bounce the Paladin with Run Away together, and then we can counter it on the way back down with Didn't Say Please, unless they do something even more oppressive right here. Oh, I can't block, of course. No blocks. We can, however, still try to run away together. They might have a Didn't Say Please as well, but if so, we have a Didn't Say Please to counter their Didn't Say Please. I have not seen Oni around lately. Where's Oni been? Busy guy, I guess. $12 to 19 on Library now. We have Forever Young. We could even Forever Young Secret Keeper, but I think we wait, because if this Secret Keeper dies, then we can get them both back. But we can stop pretending we have counters. I'm just going to dump our hand here. Sure, you can do that. Or I can reach out to him on your behalf if you want. I don't necessarily want to share emails for people who don't want their emails shared, but we could do that. All right, we need to charm Sleep now. Let's see, they're at 11 cards, though. We have another Run Away Together and a Forever Young. We can basically get them down to... I guess let's let Secret Keeper take one for the team, and then Forever Young and set up for the win that way. That seems the most sensible to me. Might as well throw this out, though. I'm not even attacking. Like, there's just... We're winning on mill or not, so there's no need to attack at all. Troll is a pretty good Magic card. Ooh, and the Didn't Say. Okay, start here. Do this, and I'm going to leave the monitor, though. Let's just get these two. That was a little bit important. All right. Well, we have 1 day to hit... What's after platinum? I don't even know. I don't think I've been above platinum. Is it diamond? Oh, wait, here. I'll cancel. Let's see. Hey, I wanted to talk for a second about how to manage pack opening, hoarding gold, playing, not playing. There's a lot of ways to approach your collection building in Arena as a free-to-play limited leaning player like I am. I would say, you know, obviously my primary goal here is to play as much limited as we can for as little money as possible. But I also care enough about constructed that I'm pretty keen on getting to 4x of rares at least, and if we can get to mythics, all the better. But it came up in chat, like, how do you approach even, you know, whether to draft or not in a scenario where you have gotten 4x? So here's the question basically. So you're a free-to-play drafter, but you care about your collection and you want to get to 4x of everything. Let's say you draft your way up. You've got 4x of Eldraine rares and 4x of Eldraine mythics. Now you're in a spot where if you only cared about drafting, you're fine, because now as you draft, you're going to get gems out of those boosters, right? But what if you actually care about cards from boosters? You can, if you want, just put on the brakes of drafting once you've completed a set and switch to constructed on that account. Just play your, now that you have 4x, you should have a lot of constructed options. Get into constructed for a little bit and just stop drafting from that account and build up your gold. And what does that do for you? Instead of turning your gold into immediate draft events that provide you with gems out of your rare slot instead of cards, you can hold on to all those resources, wait till the next set starts, and you've got this big bankroll of presumably gems and gold, and then you're well on your way to getting the 4x of the next set. Of course, the problem with that is it means you're not drafting. So I have a couple of suggestions for that. The main one being open up some side accounts, you know, especially if you don't mind the grind. Like, it's not, it also depends on your financial situation. I'm assuming here that this is for people who are looking to not spend on Arena and have some time to find ways to not spend. If you have some time to not spend, what you can be doing is, here, I'll even show you. Let's just do an example. I'm going to go to a login. I'll show you my my third account. I have two main accounts that you all see on stream, but then I have this lingering third account that I mostly ignore. I don't worry about it at all. It doesn't matter to me if I get the gems on a given day or not, or whatever. So if you set up some extra accounts and you don't mind putting a little time into the gold grind, so now you've already 4x'd your main account. Your main account has everything you need on it, and so you don't want to play limited on it anymore. So you can see how long it's been since I've logged in here, right? Well, you can still play limited while you're hoarding gold from your main account. You can come into one of these side accounts and still play limited. So right now I have 9,300 gems. And you know, 2,750 gold, but whatever, I have 9,300 gems here. Anytime I want, I could come and jump into a draft here. And it's not that hard to maintain one of these accounts. And also, let me tell you, I think one of the reasons I have 9,300 gems on this account is because since I don't really rank it up, look, we're at a silver tier 4 limited or whatever. Like, I'm never playing, when I play ranked here, I'm playing against low ranked players. So I think like my best, if you looked at my stats, my best statistics are actually on this account because I'm so often playing best of one in the low rank queues. So if you're looking for a challenge, if you're looking to play the best of the best, it's not the best strategy. But if you're looking to find a way to be able to play limited on the side while you put a hold on limited on your main account because you're already 4x'd, maintaining one of these accounts is a good way to do it. So that's a way I would approach it if you're a limited heavy player who still cares about 4xing your rares. And I think it's a good way to to do that. To now on the stream here, my goal is to draft every day. So I have different goals for the stream. My goal on stream is to steadily draft from one account every day. But if I really wanted to model like perfect behavior, we would max out our 4Xs on the main account and then start playing our limited on the side. And then I think you have the best of both worlds. You're saving your resources on your main account for the release of the next set, which will help you 4X that, but you don't give up on limited entirely in the meantime. So that would be my recommendation for people in that position. It should work out for you. You get all your drafting, but still 4X your stuff. Yep, that's since he points out that on my side drafts I don't rare draft at all. There's no point to it. You know, you don't care about constructed on the side accounts. You literally don't care about rares and mythics, so you can do a pure draft too. Yeah, Raptor also points out if a player wants to 4X and then stop, it is optimal to save pack openings until the end, because what you're doing there is filling up. You're using draft to kind of fill up the individual cards up to 4X, and then basically you can figure out, okay, I have this number of packs and this many gaps in my 4X. Now I'll open packs and do it. The drawback of that, of course, is that you are putting off having those cards available to you for constructed play. So if you want to make constructed decks in the meantime, it's definitely the most efficient thing to do, but it's not the best for actually having a variety of rares and mythics to play with in constructed. So you got to balance that out. But yes, you can absolutely fill up the rares and mythics via draft for a long time, and then open all the packs to get yourself across the finish line. Let's get back in, though. We're at 5-2, trying to get maybe one or two more wins here with this average mill deck. Yeah, Fanatic Guru says, as soon as I get enough packs equal to the number of rares I am missing, then I open them all. Just opened them all about a week ago. So can definitely do it that way if you don't mind not having those resources available to your deck building in the meantime. Since he says, it's funny to think about what pod drafting would look like on Arena. Probably early on, no one but the big spenders or highly competitive players would ever pass a rare. At the tail end of the set, more rares would go around, I'd think. Maybe so. But what that makes me chuckle about is, like, people complain about the bots never passing rares as though that's somehow not realistic. Like, you want bots to draft like humans, and yet you complain that they never pass rares? I don't know. Seems accurate to me. Well, not an amazing start, but we can keep it. We have a Fae of Wishes. We have a Charm Sleep on 3, so tiny to handle anything super aggressive. We just don't have any of our sweet mill stuff yet. But I am going to keep, though. I think this is keepable. We're just a ways off from casting into the story for 4 mana without all of our mill tools. I don't know. I think humans do first pick temples. And I get past temples, so I don't know. It's not like they're first picking them all. Yeah, we'll do this. And, well, we could wait on Fae. They don't have any pressure on us right now. We could do the adventure first. I'll wait. Yeah, green-white adventure could be tough here, but they're not putting any pressure on us yet. Rose Thorn. I think we just don't do anything here. We go ahead and adventure for this Fae. Let them do their worst on their turn. Probably doing it to dump out a big creature, and then we can charm the creature to sleep or turn it into a pumpkin or so tiny. We have lots of things to do with our shield. We can go shields down here because we have a lot to do after. And we could even memory theft if we want. Maybe memory theft is the thing to do here. We don't need Forever Young for like milling, and Festive Funeral is a ways off from being at all good. So let's take memory theft and pluck something good out of their hand next turn. Especially because it's adventure. Green-white is such an adventure combo that if they cast an adventure now, for example, we get to thieve away the card out of exile. Like so. Yeah, I don't care about that at all, really. We're going to thieve and get good value. Let's see, what do we care about the most here? All that glitters we don't care about at all because our deck is built well for that. Same with kind of with the Silver Flame. Tree Folk is a bit oppressive, though. Maybe we need to get rid of the Tree Folk, and they can Glass Casket one of our dudes, and that's no big deal. We just got to make sure they don't Glass Casket one of our Secret Keepers, and that's fine. And then I think Tree Folk and Carver really put him in a bad spot. I'm going to drop Apprentice. I could have done Fae of Wishes as well, but I like, okay, what do we got here? Nice. We are doing fine on lands, so let's pitch these. Good scry here as well. Let's see. Yeah, we just take this. Between Charm, Sleep, So Tiny, Pumpkin, etc., we are not in a huge... In fact, let's... Oh, if we want food... I guess let's Charm to Sleep. What do we want to do here? Actually, I'm going to wait on turn into a pumpkin. Maybe they'll throw this stuff down. Yeah, let's Charm Sleep the Acolyte. It takes them off mana. And they're at 5 here. We'll just Fae. Like, they can use Glass Casket on Fae now. That's fine as well, I think. This is by design. We can turn it into a pumpkin if we want also. It's non-land permanent. There we go. What else are they doing in here? It's decent stuff. This... now deciding about I'll play the Keeper, and then we have So Tiny up. We don't have Into the Story if we do this, but I do like having a blocker now. I'm going to be patient on the story. It's not like they can counter it or anything, so we have time. We just need to survive, and the Keeper helps with that. That will probably just earn itself a So Tiny. Now I'll just keep all this up. Yeah, it looks like they've got some serious non-bows going, but yeah, that's okay. You get that. Not like we can counter it, but it's not that bad for us. Anything? Yeah, that can land. Just making sure there's. Let's get them to. They can commit to an attack here. $19, $26. That's reasonable, Nick. I like that. We're gonna go ahead and chump with the Secret Keeper because we have the Forever Young. And then we'll still bounce it. Pay Adamant. We're not doing else much besides with food besides eating it, so I'll go ahead and eat the food. We could Forever Young the Secret Keeper now, but I'm going to go ahead and into the story main phase here. See, maybe we'll find a land. I guess we played a land. I could have still waited, but here we go. Another Secret Keeper. We don't have the counterspell anyway, so let's grind them through. And I'll do this, and we'll wait on the Secret Keeper until we are have the Runaway Together ready. Revenge of Ravens seems fine against this Oppo and their plan, so I guess we keep that. And the So Tiny, frankly. This is all good in terms of getting us to the finish line. Down to 12 cards. And we've got at least, I think we just kind of have them. If we can let this Secret Keeper die and Forever Young both Secret Keepers back. Throw this dude out. Throw the Revenge out, and then we'll hold with Runaway Together ready. Quarry is a nice go wide, but it doesn't do much. I mean, this kind of nullifies everything that Wolf's Quarry does unless they increase the toughness, or increase the power, excuse me. And we can kill one of them with Runaway Together. If we want. We'll do this, and doesn't really matter. Innkeeper can come right back down, so yeah, we'll take out one of these tokens. Seven cards left. And feeling pretty solid. Oops. Cancel attacks. No attacks. Yeah, this was drafted today. I didn't know there was an update this weekend. Yeah, they are safe attacks. It's true. I mean, they could kill one of our apprentices with a double block. Scoop incoming. Rids is trying to figure out how to get us from 12 to 0 before we get them from 6 to 0. Well, they don't update anything on the weekend is the thing. So if you hear that Arena has updated something on the weekend, unless it was an emergency fix situation, people aren't coming into Wizards on Saturday to do a build for you. But Thursday is usually when they do builds. So there may have been an update on Thursday. But if so, Mill is still viable. We only had 2 Secret Keepers, but they were both pack 1. They were pack 1, pick 1, and pack 1, pick 2 wheels. So we saw that they would likely wheel, and they did. Then we just didn't see any more Secret Keepers for the rest of the draft. But you can see this is definitely just an average Mill deck, but it's still getting it done. We may be having the salty. Maybe they've given up, and this is salt. Salt's delicious. I'll lick those tears right off your face. So how you doing? As we wait for this win. We got there. And like tomorrow, we just have to play best of 1, right? We're so close to Diamond. Maybe I'll try to get to Diamond offline if we don't do it tomorrow on stream. Boars don't seem great. Early on in the format, I think during Sealed, somebody played the Boars and the Banner. That was pretty funny. Yeah, I'm wondering how they were 5 and 2, Robert. I agree, or in that range, because I didn't see anything out of their deck that seemed amazing. All right, 6 and 2, going for the old dirty 7-win Mill deck, and have a good start towards that. We're going to keep this quite readily. Yikes, nice Mill there. They're playing black, so we could be up against Forever Youngs. We'll go ahead and play out a Keeper and try and save the Fae for an adventure. I'm going to go ahead and tiny this. Let's use our mana. Adversary is too good. We're going to counter that. Nice. Got some of their recursion in the once and future. Still worried about Forever Youngs to bail out Oppo. We'll play this, though, and go ahead and go on an adventure. And I think I'm going to do the same thing. We're going to get Memory Theft here. go for their grip next turn. I think it does. Isn't that how it works? Somebody better at rules tell me. If they attacked with Sir Farron, would it give a minus? No, that's not how it works. Why did I think that's how it worked? Wasn't there some creature that did that? Or maybe it was a bug that they fixed or something. Anyway, let's steal some memories. Or there was I think like in Kaladesh block 2 is one I was thinking about. Bognaughty is rough. Tempting Witch. There's a lot of roughness here. The witches could really do a lot of damage to us. They override the... Yeah, this is tough. They don't have any black yet, though. I guess we take the Tempting Witch, and then maybe we find another counterspell to counter the other one. And we can so tiny a Bognaughty. And it chucking -3/-3 around doesn't even matter all that much. It's the Tempting Witches that are the scariest. But they're a couple of black sources away from the Bognaughty anyway. All right, they got a black source. Probably just drop the Witch. Oh, they're fruiting it up. Maybe they want to find some more black. Hopefully, maybe we find a counterspell and counter that other Witch. All right, they have double black now with the golden egg, so they can get Bognaughty down. But the Witch continues to be my main concern. There's an argument to hold land eventually for the Fae of Wishes, but I don't think yet. I think we'll play this land, be happy on 6 for now. And we could attack, but again, we're just never winning on damage in this deck. Just not ever. And Bognaughty, we could run away together at back, and then they're out of the second black source to recast it. Kind of like that. Send Fae of Wishes back, and we can adventure. Or we can send Secret Keeper back and mill. If we adventure, we're not actually getting much out of it, though. So I'm going to go ahead and bounce our Secret Keeper and bounce the Bognaughty. I will hold that land, though, and maybe even the Corridor Monitor can be held. Yeah, mill 2 Swamps. Another Wolf's Quarry in the 6-2 bracket here. 1, 2, 3, 4. We got 4 of their swamps, and it looks to be their light color, so I don't know how many sources they have left. Yeah, we can get Festive Funeral eventually. I'm going to put out the Keeper again. And I think I'm going to hold these two. Maybe we'll even bring back the Fae at the end of the turn. Where are we at? We're at 3 on... Yeah, Shadow, the trouble is more value than usual. The trouble is actually getting your pigs dead. They're often difficult to kill when you want them to. 12 cards left in library. But we're running out of defenses, although we can Fae ourselves to at least a little more. All right, that's going to eat us so tiny. Ginger Brute represents a problem eventually. Yeah, Oven is a decent... Oven is nice. You get double food on that one, Robert. Might just wait and... let's do this. I'll use my mana. And yeah, I'm going to swap. I don't think quarter monitor does much for us here in this spot, so we're going to go ahead and pitch our hand. And go on an adventure. We could get a Forever Young, though, as well. Forever Young... Do we have a dead keeper? We don't have a dead keeper yet, but we might with this secret keeper eventually. I was thinking Festive Funeral, but now there's some sense to getting the Forever Young. We're getting... Yeah, the Bognati hasn't made it to the battlefield yet, though. Oh, someone, yeah, we can't, we have to take Funeral or Forever Young. Literally, we just have the quarter monitor in there now. I'm gonna take the Funeral. That was a tough one, though. And I'm actually going to hold off on the Fae because if they... maybe it doesn't matter. I'm trying to... You know, if they do Reaper, are we super sad? And the bottom line is the Reaper... Like, we could run away together in response, but then we have to discard the Secret Keeper, so it doesn't matter. We're just going to have to fade a Reaper. So I'll play the Fae. More cowbell. Are we at 5 in the yard? So we can just kill that thing now. Right? Should we just do that now? Why not do that now? Just in case they do something stupid to make it bigger, let's kill it. Yeah, we can start holding land for Fae, but I like having the runaway together and the removal there. But we'll hold lands now. Thanks for the reminder. Still can bounce Fae. And we have plenty of time to get that Forever Young back with a couple of lands in Fae. Interesting. All right, they're going to bring something back, but we'll run it away. Hopefully it's something hard to cast. Ooh, where are they going with it? Really? They want to go for the... Well, now I'm confused. Not sure. Don't think we get anything super relevant if we do that. Yeah. I'm going to let him have it. If we bounce, it doesn't... Yeah, I can... Yeah, let's bounce it and then it doesn't fight. We'll do this. Boom, boom. No, I'm going to do this. They get to cast it again, but it's okay. I think that's great for us. And if they want to come at it again, we can wait. We could hold this. Like, I don't want them to even realize that this is what they should be getting. But 10, let's just do it. Grab it all back with forever. Yeah, that's reasonable as well, Cincy. Maybe you had the right line. Yeah. Now they do... they don't know what's in our sideboard, but they do want to get the Fae of Wishes now. No, they can eat food in response. They can still make it a 4/4 because of the food. But we have them pretty down low. Now it kind of comes to a question of whether or not they have the Forever Young. If we just get a little bit of action from here, we should be good. I think that qualifies, don't you? All right. Forever Young needs to be their last card or in hand, or we got this one. And Forever Young's not that dramatic, but I think it's their only out. I guess they could do once in future Forever Young. They could have been holding it the whole game, you know, waiting for exactly this moment to bloop it all back. But no, we got there, folks. We got there. Evil wins again. Life imitates art, imitates life, imitates games, or something like that. No, I just meant they could have a... Oh, maybe you're talking to each other, but yeah, I just meant they might have a once in future... I didn't even see if they had a Forever Young in the graveyard, but my idea was that if they had Forever Young in the yard, they could once in future it back or whatever, but so it goes. All right, look at that beauty. And I think that puts us at exactly... Or maybe we got... yeah, we have a 10x here. Let's open our 10x. Boom. Nice. Any mythics? One mythic. You hope for more mythics, but that's not the worst. Wouldn't it be safer to wait one turn so that Forever Young would not save them? What do you mean? Fensco. Because, like, so they're at 5 cards. If there's a Forever Young somewhere in their library, we don't know where. So it doesn't matter if we do it then they they might draw it off as their last card. If we wait, they might draw it as the next card, right? I don't see how it makes a difference, but maybe I'm missing something. Well, they probably don't, you know... Again, on Arena, it's pretty oppressive, but I bet that in 8-player testing pods, it wasn't that oppressive. So that's why. They might have been waiting until their last card to cast it, and we gave, and in doing so, we give them more fodder. Maybe. Not. I suppose. One risk, though, is that if they do have Reaper, then we're sad. Discard or something. That was my thinking, though. Anyway, let's go to this mode for a second and say, hey, look, it's noon. What a perfect time to wrap up. Nice 7-2 run today. We are actually closing in on Diamond, so unusual. I don't really pay too much attention to rank, but it does lead to some extra rewards. If we get to diamond, we get 1 extra booster pack. That's not nothing. Might as well try and get that tomorrow. And let's see. We're at gold tier 3, so that's not going to matter at all. Anyway. Well, we played evil, but evil won. What are you going to do? I'm going to say goodbye to YouTube. Thanks for hanging out, YouTube folks, and we'll catch you tomorrow as we march towards diamond, ? All right.